don't have to hide it. You can be proud of it because there are others out there like you.
I really like my culture because it's just fun to be around. I like learning about it more. I like being in it more.
Didn't mind being at school. I didn't feel super different. I knew I was different, but nobody ever made fun of me or was mean to me.
And just hearing some of my friends saying that you're so interesting, your culture's so interesting, just puts a smile on my face, saying, that's who I am.
It's who we are innately, and I'm going to wear it, and I'm going to show it, and I'm going to brag about it, because for too long, that's been hidden.
Our experience with it has already been life-giving to our family. When we self-identify, we teach our kids that being proud of who they are is important. It's what we want.
If you get them while they're young. If you get them while they're young, and it's true, get them proud young. I wish I would have had that.
Part of the process of self-identification is having families identify their First Nations, their Métis and Inuit heritage and their culture. The process starts simply by acknowledging through a check mark on a box or letting the school secretary know that you wish to self-identify. We don't ask for any documentation, we don't ask for any sort of supporting paperwork to prove your authenticity. It's who you're comfortable identifying with. From there, we can actually look at some programming for them. We've also been able to reach out to families to have them come out to events and to be able to have a form of communication.
I've always grown up proud of who I am and knowing exactly where I come from. If I were ever to deny that would mean I would be denying the people I love the most in my life, my mother, my father, my grandmother, my grandfather. Not to self-identify would be saying that I don't identify with them or love them or appreciate who they are and the struggles that they've been through to help me be where I am today, including my children.
They all are so interested in what I have to say and the stories I tell. I love my culture. I love learning more about it because it's just so interesting. You should be proud of who you are. That's what you were made to be.
I really like my culture because it's just fun to be around. I like learning about it more. I like being in it more. We go to the powwows a lot and that's really fun. Yeah, we go to the cookhouse. We actually have units in history about that, and sometimes they're interested to ask me about what happened. Sometimes the teachers too ask you to teach something about what they don't know about, so you teach them.
Lena's adopted. We adopted her when she was 2 from Alberta. And when we were in the process, they told us that she was, the term they used was mixed blood. And then when we did more investigating, what we found out was that she was Métis. For us, it's been a bit of a wondering about how do we honor her traditions and her culture when the rest of our family is not Native. Right from the beginning, she was connecting to different things in the powwow, and she started to dance beautifully. It was as though that music had always been a part of her. It was like this moment for our whole family where we just kind of, we just knew that this was who she was. This was her soul, this was her being. Self-identification will allow Lena to connect with other students in our board who are First Nations, Inuit, or Métis to help her to build relationships and to continue to have those opportunities that we just don't know enough about yet.
With this self-identifying, it's not always something that comes naturally. I think it's great to hear some families say that they know right off the bat, I'm gonna let everyone know. But I didn't grow up that way. My mom said, don't tell anybody. But I had a lot of good people that led me toward it. And then once we started having children, that's when I think things changed. And I started realizing it is important to be proud of where you come from and who you are and what you have, and just realize too that there's a lot of good and bad there. And I wanted them to know it, all of it, because it isn't always happy, and I think we have to make sure that that's talked about a bit so that people can get past that. I think that's what it's about. You know, we're at the forefront of something here to just get back our pride. Yeah, I want her to have opportunities that I didn't have. Yeah, and be proud of herself in school.
I don't know, I would just say roll with it. It's a fun experience. You can be with all your family. You can learn more about other people that you didn't really know.
That you just feel that sense of pride.
You shouldn't hide your culture because that's who you really are and it won't change. God made you that way and God can't change you back.
You're proud of who you are, and now you have adults who are going to support you and let you know it's okay to be proud.
There's only good things that come from this. You know, there's no negatives because it only provides us with opportunities to provide the kids with opportunities.
I would hope that my kids and my grandkids always remember my heritage and know that what has come before them has been a great sense of history and culture and tradition, always, into eternity.
You know, it's a big blanket, and there's just one thread in it. And that's what I think all this is about. Self-identifying becomes a part of it. So walking the walk 100%. I'm in.